OpenAI recently announced its new product called Operator. This video is about what Operator is, and I will give my personal opinion about what to think about Operator, what the potentials are, and where this is heading to. So let's start. What is actually Operator, the new product of OpenAI? And they published this blog post on 23rd January. Computer using AI agent. A universal interface for AI to interact with the digital world. A very powerful statement. Obviously, it's not a new concept, and there were other companies before trying to create agents that can actually interact with the real world. But let's see what Operator is, how Operator is working. Just to demo it, I'm not able to demo it because now it's not available in my region. It's not available in Switzerland. As I understand, they first rolled it out in the US and also now trying to roll out to other countries as well. And as I understand, you have to have a pro account with ChatGPT to use it. So today we introduced a research preview of Operator, an agent that can go to the web and perform tasks for you. Powering Operator is computer using agent, or CUA or CUA, a model that combines GPT-4o's vision capabilities with advanced reasoning through reinforcement learning. CUA is trained to interact with graphical user interfaces, GUIs, the buttons, menus, text fields people see on a screen, just as humans. This gives it the flexibility to perform digital tasks without using OS or web-specific APIs. So that's interesting. Obviously, they are using vision capabilities of the GPT-4o models. What I don't fully get here, if this is actually only limited to the browser, or if, as I read it here, it's probably even for GUIs in general. So potentially it's also possible to run other software outside of the browser. The demos I saw so far is limiting to the browser. CUA builds off of years of foundational research at the intersection of multimodal understanding and reasoning. By combining advanced GUI perception with structured problem solving, it can break tasks into multiple steps, plans, and adaptively self-correct when challenges arise. This capability marks the next step in AI development, allowing models to use the same tools humans rely on daily and opening the door to a vast range of new applications. I think this is really groundbreaking. I mean, think about it. So now the Operator is interacting not only in your ChatGPT chat thread, but actually can go out to the internet, to websites you use on a daily basis, and can, without previous training or detailed instructions, find out how these websites work and actually do what you typically would do yourself using the same systems. So it's actually comparable to humanoid robots. So why other companies are building humanoid robots? Well, the world is built around humans. So we have human size, we have hands, and so they build AI systems that can reuse the existing tools and stuff we use. Obviously here the Operator is not using web APIs, like structured data APIs, etc. It's actually literally using the websites we use, the same concept, and try to mimic what a user would do. And that's very, very interesting. So a lot of tasks, I have a lot of tasks in my mind that I would like to automate in this way. And even in the past, I created custom scripts, for example, with Playwright to do certain repetitive tasks. But now, obviously, I can simply prompt the system and it will figure out for themselves how to do that. How it works. So obviously you have to give a task to the AI. So please write a document about OpenAI's history. You input that and then it will try to generate some actions. And then, for example, it will go to Google Docs create a new document, and then in the meantime it will make a screenshot. This screenshot will be interpreted again by the AI and will generate next actions like clicking around or typing stuff inside it. So it's this loop, this ongoing loop, where the agent is independently from the human doing the tasks it was instructed to do. Very interesting concept, and I'm actually super curious to try it out myself. I jump over this here a little bit because there is a lot of details in it. There's also some demos, which is very interesting. So just very quick. So it seems to create these steps. And then, actually doing that stuff. One thing I think is important to mention, the UI of Operator is within ChatGPT. So if you're already using ChatGPT on a daily basis, at one time Operator will pop up and it will ask you, hey, do you want to start a browser session? So the browser is running within OpenAI's UI ChatGPT interface and not actually using your browser on the desktop. I think this is very important to understand. So it's like a virtual browser running inside the ChatGPT interface. So that's a super powerful concept. Obviously, and there is one section about safety. Obviously, with the launch of such products, you not only let AI interact in a confined space like your chat thread, it's actually going out to websites. And there was loading content from websites, but it's just like requesting one website, interpret what the data is there. We had that before for many months now. But now it's actually going out independently and actually interacting with this website, even not only reading and clicking around, but actually doing real tasks like ordering food, like posting on social media sites, etc., etc. So basically, safety is a super important problem, and so they try to mitigate that. And I quickly want to go through that, what their strategy is. Seems that they had categories. The first category of risk is misuse. In addition to require users to comply with our usage policy, we have designed the following mitigations to reduce operators' risk of harm due to misuse, building our safety work for GPT-4o. So it seems that they can already leverage a lot of the safety work that was done before, even without interacting with Operator with the internet. GPT-4o or the GPT models are already have already a safety layer, and they can use that. And so there is a strategy of refusal, blocklist, moderation, offline detection. You can read it yourself, so it's kind of very detailed. The idea is really, if you want to do as a user, if you prompt something, ChatGPT or the GPT-4o model thinks, not good idea, it will refuse or it will even block certain websites. It will moderate that this is not a good idea, etc., etc. The second category of risk is model mistake. So obviously this AI could also do problems where the QA model accidentally takes an action that the users didn't intend, which in turn causes harm to the user or others. Hypothetical mistakes can range in severity from a typo in an email to purchasing the wrong item to permanently deleting an more important document. To minimize potential harm, we developed the following mitigations: user confirmations, limitations on tasks and watch mode. Yeah, I think this is very critical point. So let's assume I will use Operator for the first time and I say, okay, please order some Thai food. And it will order not only one dish or two for me and my family, but actually 20, and it will independently use my credit card information, and the food will arrive with plenty of food. I will completely lose the trust in these systems. And it seems that they found 3 critical things. User confirmation is very, very obvious. So before the Kua model is trained to ask for user confirmation before finalizing tasks with external side effects, for example, before submitting an order, sending an email, etc., so that the user can double check the model's work before it becomes permanent. That's very obvious, very much as you do now when you are in an e-commerce store. There is typically a confirm page where you can review everything. You can check all the cost, double check if it's the correct product, and then actually click save. And I think this is super convenient. I mean, think about let's say I want to go with my family on a holiday mountain trip. I will stay for 2 nights in a hotel. I know the date, so I will just give the task, please book a nice hotel in this price range. And then it will come up with multiple solutions or recommendations. And the only thing I have to do is I have to review the confirmation, see, okay, I like this hotel, price is okay, and book. That's super powerful. The next one is limitation on tasks. For now, the Kua model will decline to help with certain high-risk tasks like banking transactions and tasks that require sensitive decision-making. I think also this one is very obvious, even though whatever that means, a certain high-risk task, obviously there are things like doing bank transactions. So if I want to wire 2,000 Swiss francs to whoever, I want to do it myself. But so even buying a higher price product in an e-commerce store, like not some groceries or smaller stuff, is that already a high risk task? So I think this is a blurry line between not risky and risky. And I think it's also critical to, I don't know, maybe there is some settings I can do. Everything above 50 Swiss francs, it should ask me, I don't know. Watch mode on particular sensitive websites such as email operator requires active user supervision, ensuring users can directly catch and address any potential mistakes the model might make. I think also watch mode, just as a concept, is very interesting. So let's say I have to write an email to somebody. Obviously, I already know I have to go to Gmail or whatever service you're using, then create a new email and then write the text. I might even already use AI to formulate the text. So there is a role, including this task, even though it's not very repetitive in a sense of you're doing always the same, but actually I would love to have a watch mode. I can just say, okay, now I want to write an email to person XYZ. Please write that I'm not able to join the event or I will come later, etc. And then instead of doing it myself, I can watch the AI go to Gmail, create the email, and even create the draft of the email. So in previous iteration of AI automation, I probably go to Gmail and then create an email, and then the text itself I would copy paste from ChatGPT or use the AI tools of Gmail to formulate that email. Now this is compacted down to one task at the very beginning of an operator session. And I can still follow what's happening using the watch mode. And as I understand, then also take over the session and, for example, adapt the text. I think this is a super powerful thing. So it's even like you have an agent side by you can say, okay, do that for me. During that time, the agent is opening up the email, etc. I can do something else, for example. I can, do something else, and then I can still watch what's going on, and then actually I can double check the email, etc. So you get the concept. Yeah, this is actually what I wanted to say here. Maybe the conclusion. Kua builds on years of research advancements in multimodality reasoning and safety. We have made significant progress in deep reasoning through the O1 model series, vision capabilities through GPT-4o, and new techniques to improve robustness through reinforcement learning and instruction hierarchy. The next challenge space we plan to explore is expanding in the action space of agents. In the action space of agents, I don't know what that means. The flexibility offered by universal interface addressed this challenge, enabling an agent that can navigate any software tool designed for humans by moving beyond specialized agent-friendly APIs. QA can adapt whatever computer environment is available, truly addressing the long tail of digital use cases that remain out of reach for most AI models. Yeah, okay, so action space agents means basically go beyond the browser, basically maybe, yeah, just support any software that is out there, actually support any UI that is out there, and just extend these use cases. Super powerful. I mean, think about how much work is looking up information in one system and then maybe do some reasoning about the data and then put it into another system. And obviously you could do that through APIs. So then you need to have a software developer, a software system, or you just say to something like an operator, do that for me. And you can do that hopefully very reliably. And yeah, it will automate. The automation potential is very, very big. We are also working to make QA available in the API. Wow, that's very powerful. So developers can use it to build their own computer using agents. As we continue to iterate on QA, we look forward to seeing the different use cases the community will discover. We plan to use the real-world feedback to gather from this early preview to continuously refine QA's capabilities and safety mitigations to safely advance our missions of distributing the benefits of AI to everyone. That's super powerful. I was not aware that they will do that through the API. Yeah, interesting. So even in custom applications, you could create these kinds of interactions. Very, very powerful. Yeah, so this was the video about Operator. Just as some tips. Antropic, the creators of Claude, also created this computer use tool. So it's actually the same thing. I just want to mention that. And there are also open source models. And one is browser use. It's a quite fresh project. You can run it locally. So here is a demo. Oops. So here is a demo. It's the same use case. It was just for go to Google Doc and write a letter to Papa. Then it will go to Google Doc. It will create a new document and then it will add the text. And this is also, this is a small browser use. Is a small software layer between the LLM and basically the internet or the browser, which then accesses the internet. And super powerful also, very easy to use. So basically you build simple agents, and this is the task you want to add there. Yeah, I wanted to mention that. So to summarize, we have now Operator accessible through ChatGPT. Super excited about that. There were other tools before. This will change quite a bit how we think about interactions on the internet. It will have a big impact on how we build digital services, because now we have to assume that agents will access our web services, and it's not only humans. So there might be even some, not UX adaptations, but basically AI UX adaptations, if I can say it like that. So super interesting development, and let's see how that goes on. If you like these kinds of videos, the Modern Web Architect channel is all about web tech, digital strategy, AI, front-end development. So if you like this video, consider subscribing, and see you in the next one.